6 ways to get funding for your new product idea. Got an idea for an amazing new physical product that might just change the world and make you a profit in the meantime? This is an incredibly exciting position to find yourself in, especially if you truly believe in the idea you have. That's also why it's so tragic to find yourself unable to make that vision into a reality. If you can't find the funds to manufacture your product, then you can't create it and you can't sell it. It's that simple. In this presentation, I'll show you 6 ways to find funding for your idea so that your good ideas never have to go to waste. 1. Crowdfunding. Crowdfunding means that you raise money from the crowd, aka the general public. You put forward your idea, show a working prototype in a video, and explain what it does. You then explain why you need money to make your idea a reality, and you give away some kind of reward in return. 2. Pre-orders. Another option is to take pre-orders for your product. This is another way to get money up front and test that the audience is there. If you don't get enough pre-orders to cover the manufacturing expense, then you simply cancel the pre-orders. 3. PayPal Working Capital. Don't overlook this option from PayPal. PayPal Working Capital is a business loan from the online payment processor that allows you to pay just a single fixed fee, which is usually quite reasonable, and then make repayments out of the money that comes into your PayPal account. While the fees aren't the lowest, it's the ease with which this loan works, the lack of impact on your credit score, and the convenient repayment system that make it a good option for inventors. 4. Credit card loan. A credit card loan isn't the most elegant solution, but it certainly works. Other loans include a bank loan or a loan from the bank of mom and dad. 5. Investors. Finding a loan from an angel investor is arguably the most stressful option for getting funding, but it's also the one that can potentially reap the most rewards, especially if you are also getting the advice and help of those investors to encourage your product to grow at the fastest rate and stand the best chance of succeeding. 6. Bootstrapping. My personal favorite. Bootstrapping means that you sell another product or service in order to raise the money for your bigger and more ambitious venture. Think of this as slowly scaling up your business and your ambition. How to test an idea before bringing it to market. One of the worst things you can possibly do as an entrepreneur or any business person is to invest a huge amount of time and money into an idea that doesn't have an audience. If you spend thousands of dollars or countless hours developing a product that no one buys, then of course it is going to be money down the drain. And of course that may sound obvious, but it is an unfortunate reality that happens far more frequently than you might think. The problem is that we will often assume that because we want a certain product, that there must be market demand for it too. Or because something has been successful in the past, it will likely be successful in the future. This is not the case, however, and if you want to ensure your product will be successful, then there are some different precautions you need to take. In this presentation, we'll learn what those are. 1. Validation. In business terms, we call what we just described validation. The aim is to validate an idea for a product or business, and then test if it really has appeal. One way of doing this is to try selling the product or service before it's finished. You can do this by offering a beta test of sorts, by taking pre-orders, or even by having a sales page that informs the buyer you're out of stock only once they try to make a purchase. This is important because very often people will say they're interested in an idea, but they're not necessarily willing to pay for it. To test if your idea truly has legs, you really need your audience to put their money where their mouth is. Then you can calculate how much money you would have made and whether or not that would have been enough to make the work worthwhile. 2. Fail fast. A similar approach is to invest as little time and money into an idea as possible, but still release the product or service. This way, you can then start selling it as quickly as possible and testing to see if there's an audience there. If the product sells as is, called an MVP or minimally viable product, then you can invest more time in developing it and marketing it. If not, you move quickly